With over 1 billion users, TikTok is a worldwide success. But governments are concerned as TikTok belongs to a Chinese company. Could the Chinese government have access to our data and use the platform to manipulate us? Is TikTok the ultimate propaganda tool? Anyone can make impressive videos on their smartphone using TikTok. I like to play around with it too. ByteDance, the company behind TikTok, came up with a pretty clever concept. But not everyone is enjoying TikTok because the company is based in Beijing. Chinese ByteDance employees have accessed data from European and American users. The EU has started taking measures to prevent this. In the US, a ban on TikTok is currently being heavily debated. Company CEO Shou Zichu was already grilled by US lawmakers over data security. So what's really going on at TikTok?
ByteDance collects lots of personal data from TikTok users. Nobody knows what is saved on the servers and for how long, or whether the Chinese government has regular access to it. In early 2023, TikTok's data security regulations were updated. If you consent, the following data will be saved: direct messages, location data, user content, purchasing information, contacts, surveys, research and advertisement, third-party platforms and partners, device and network data, personal information, duration and frequency of app usage. This basically means
essentially, when you agree to it, it says that it can track your keystrokes. So it essentially knows what you're doing and what you're saying to people on your mobile phone, which is effectively it knows what you're saying and doing with anybody.
So as soon as we join the platform, we consent to TikTok collecting and passing on our data. There's no way for users to avoid agreeing to this. Other platforms like Facebook, Instagram and YouTube also collect lots of data though. So what's the difference?
I don't know if it's collecting more data. What I would say is that the danger and the why TikTok might be more of an existential threat to the West than the traditional tech players is that the tech players violate our privacy as a means of making money. They're not bad actors in the sense that they're not a threat to national security. They're a threat to your privacy. They might be a threat to your mental health. They might be a threat to our elections. They might be a threat in terms of misinformation. But their intentions are around the monetization of that violation of privacy.
ByteDance has insisted that the Chinese government does not have access to the data and that it gets processed only in the US, Singapore and the EU. However, investigative reports and whistleblowers have proven that employees in China also have access to all the information. So in a nutshell, TikTok cannot guarantee that its data will not be accessed by the Chinese government. As users, we should be aware of what data we agree to share when we sign up on the app.
The majority of young people under the age of 30 spent the majority of their media consumption on one TV channel. Would we be comfortable if that TV channel was controlled by the Chinese Communist Party? Would we be okay with that? I would say no, we aren't.
These are bold claims. There's no concrete evidence of Chinese governmental control of TikTok as of yet. And content on TikTok is not only created in China, but from users around the world. At the same time, TikTok's algorithms influence what we see on our For You page. This allows for certain opinions to be pushed, while others are suppressed. But the same is true for algorithms on YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. In the US, these are trusted. After all, they only want to make money. Many members of Congress would like to get rid of TikTok, though. 24 states have already banned the app from official devices and in all official Wi-Fi networks. And a recent US Senate bill could even give President Biden the power to ban TikTok across the country. Will the largest TikTok nation in the world need a new playground soon?
Data espionage on TikTok, as US President Donald Trump had already tried to ban the app. The current US government views TikTok as a national security threat too. Government officials can't use TikTok on their work phones.
The danger with TikTok is that there is no separation between the CCP and any Chinese company. And the CCP has a vested interest in the denigration or the decline of Western power. And so what you have is not only the same level of privacy violation, but it might be used to raise a generation of people in Europe and the US, civic, nonprofit, military, government leaders who feel worse about the West.
TikTok as a propaganda and spy tool? More countries than just the US are concerned. In January of this year, the EU warned TikTok to respect EU law and ensure Europeans' users' data was safe. TikTok has also been banned from official government devices in Canada and the EU. Banning the Chinese app entirely is being debated as fear of its influence, especially around elections, is high.
These intelligence organizations see themselves as our competitors, if not our enemies, and have a vested interest in diminishing our success or electing candidates they feel are more Russia or China friendly. So why on earth would they stop?
Are Chinese intelligence services manipulating us via TikTok? Well, for this to be true, the Chinese government would have to directly instruct ByteDance to push certain content. That seems a little unlikely to me. But there's also more to ByteDance than algorithms. Some content, like clips tagged with LGBTQ, drugs or porn, are censored. Is that a reason to ban TikTok? In 2020, the Indian government decided to do exactly that. The reason was ongoing conflicts along the border between India and China. 60 Chinese apps and games are currently restricted in India. Is this the way to deal with Chinese technology?
People in India have been living without TikTok since 2020. The uncertainty over data security was one of the reasons for the ban. The market reacted immediately.
TikTok bans actually created a vacuum in the market because a lot of creators were creating content on TikTok, and with the ban it gave opportunity for many Indian entrepreneurs to come into and fill that particular gap.
New platforms that are similar to TikTok were quickly developed, like Josh or Moaj. For content creators, this marked a new era.
So while TikTok ban was at one given point of time felt like a loss, but it also gave a lot of opportunity to content creator, because then there was a lot of money that was flushed to the content creators so that they can be on certain platform and attract certain kind of audience.
TikTok had more than 200 million users in India. What do people think of the new apps replacing it?
I used to enjoy TikTok because it was majorly and corely for short videos only.
These days I use Instagram Reels.
So I think India is behind on trends because we don't get to know really what's happening in the world before Reels. So yeah, I miss TikTok sometimes.
Other platforms have profited from the TikTok ban in India, and dependency on Chinese technologies is decreasing. Other countries see this as an alternative model for the future.
Data protection is one thing, but many experts also warn that the app is highly addictive. Short, self-produced user videos have become a real trend because of TikTok. Instagram and YouTube are trying to copy the idea, but so far they haven't been able to match the original. So what is TikTok doing right? Here are the top 3 factors for the algorithm's success.
TikTok's feed has variety and is entertaining. The algorithm chooses which videos pop up on the For You page. They include videos that have gone viral, as well as unknown creators. People around the world create content, so the choice is huge.
TikTok gets hundreds of signals every hour, so it can begin to calibrate in on the type of content that keeps you focused on TikTok, maintains your attention, maintains your engagement. And the magic of TikTok, that anyone who uses TikTok for longer than a couple hours can confirm, is that your TikTok is different than mine.
For content made by users, the quality does not have to be perfect. Anyone creating content on trending topics accompanied by the right music could be successful. Creative and authentic ideas are what counts most. Anyone can go viral on TikTok overnight.
The signal liquidity and the power of the algorithm is able to create the ultimate streaming network for you. In the US, households spend 11 to 15 minutes a day deciding what to watch. With TikTok, you don't have to make any decisions. It's one channel, and it knows exactly what kind of content you want because the algorithm zeroed in on it. And it creates the ultimate, most pleasurable, most rewarding, and low energy commitment around decision streaming media service in history.
Keeping users on the platform for as long as possible, TikTok has perfected it. Users spend around 1.5 hours on it, more than anywhere else. Facebook users only stay for about 45 minutes. The TikTok algorithm follows a statistical principle.
They're trying to sample a subset of people to see that whether they like a video or not. So if the answer is yes, they're trying to continue to increase the size, and then in the worst case, if not, then try to limit the number of reach. So that's why you can see that in this algorithm, some of the video goes really viral.
TikTok is more addictive than other platforms. A video that grabs your attention leads to dopamine being released in our brain. This makes us happy and we want to reproduce the feeling. In regular intervals, TikTok shows us videos that keep us hooked. Is it really just AI that makes TikTok so successful?
It's still hard to tell that whether it's a manipulation or not, because after all, we are just hidden from a black box of algorithm and data.
TikTok has many young users. This draws in more people. Gen Z creates and consumes content on TikTok.
When people under the age of 30 were surveyed on whether they'd rather have TikTok or all other streaming media, Netflix, HBO, everything, the majority of them chose TikTok. So you now have people under the age of 30 are spending more time on TikTok. There's all other media and there's TikTok. And among younger people, TikTok wins.
All other networks are trying to copy TikTok's recipe for success, so far to no avail.
An unbeatable algorithm, data protection that's at least partly dubious, and over 1 billion users worldwide. That's TikTok in a nutshell. Genius or dangerous? Do we need tighter regulation, or do you love the platform the way it is? We're excited to hear from you. Bye for now.